Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another gameplay video. I, of course, am Cardell68, and today I'm going to be featuring for you the new title by Gearbox called Battleborn. Now, for those of you that do not know, Gearbox is the same producers that were behind the ever classic Borderlands. And so this has a very similar art style as what Borderlands did. The only difference is that it is not a kind of looter shooter type of game. This is actually more akin to a MOBA. So you are in a kind of battle arena. There's two teams, there's two different objectives, all sorts of things going on. I have played quite a bit. I am now level 12 on my character command, I guess. And having done that, I've played quite a few different characters, and I have kind of fallen in love with this little gentleman right here. His name is Benedict. So Benedict is a, gosh, how's he classified again? Let me go. I'll do this right here. So he is a mobile pusher, and his skill level is advanced. So Benedict goes in, clears waves, and helps his allies to be able to push minions towards objectives. So that's why I really like him. Let me review his abilities really quick. My left bumper fires a rocket, which if hits a enemy, then marks that enemy as a target that my basic attacks, done by my right trigger, which are rockets as well, will then home in on that target. My RB, my right bumper, then allows me to jump up into the air, and it allows me to kind of evade certain situations or jump into fights if I feel so necessary. My ultimate ability, which is on my Y, launches a player guided rocket, which allows me to kind of maneuver it around the map until the fuel runs out, and then get to some damage doing with that. My passive ability allows me to double jump, and if I hold my secondary attack, which is my left bumper, or my left trigger, excuse me, it allows me to glide through the air. So I actually do not have a secondary attack on my left trigger, which most characters do. My secondary attack on my left trigger just allows me to kind of glide through the air. So this is a first-person shooter, as you can see, although it is not a first-person shooter necessarily. It's just a first-person perspective on the game. There are melee characters, as you can see. This is a melee character. This is kind of a mage type character right here in front of me, as you can see, or really, I believe her name is. That's another melee character and another melee character. So a full team of melee characters except for me and the mage, which should make things kind of interesting. Now, again, I said there are kind of some objectives in each and every one of these games. We could watch what those objectives are here on the screen, but that's boring, and I know you'd much rather listen to my voice, so I'll just explain it to you as we go along. What I do need to explain, as you can see there at the bottom of my screen, it says my augments are available, and I should have taken care of this sooner. But these do come into play throughout the game. There are 10 different augments as of now, and I need to select my first one. I like to go for persistent projectiles on the right hand side, which gives me an extra homing for 1 second after I fire and connect with somebody. So we'll go ahead and select that. We're just going to jump out into this game. So this right here, that's our starting spawn location. We will always spawn from that location. It never changes. This right here is the objective for the enemy team to come in and try and destroy this big old M7 Super Sentry. They are going to have to deal with each and every one of us, as well as the defenses that we are going to set up throughout the map. There is a secondary or a primary defense at the very beginning, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like here in just a second. But what I wanted to show you in the meantime is these are our little creeps, our minions that we spawn in periodically to push forward and kind of distract people. There are also on the map these little turrets, as you can see, with rotating numbers around them. That 500 with that kind of diamond looking thing means that it costs 500 gems to upgrade that thing. Now you might be wondering, where exactly do I get gems from? Well, I am going to tell you, my friends. That's what this little thing is right here. So you pick this, you can shoot it if you want, and it'll explode, and it'll drop these little gem shard things, and you run over those, and as you can see over by my character, it'll increase the total number of gems which I have. Or you can just run over them too. You don't have to shoot them. Watch, there's one around this corner. Never mind, someone already took that. There's normally one right there as well, but someone took that. Normally one right there, and someone took that. My goodness, there's one right there. So all I have to do is I really just have to run over it. It'll explode on its own, and then I can pick it up. Anyways, I have been away from the battle for far too long. I am a pusher. I need to get in there and I need to push. So let me go and shoot some rockets into this nice team fight that we've got going on right here. Let's see if we can't get some damage going on. We've got a friend over here who is getting some mighty damage dealt to them. Looks like they were taken out, unfortunately. So we are going to have to go in here and see if we can't clean up some of this mess. So I do have to reload my rockets individually. It is not a clip that I can reload, which is a rather unfortunate aspect, I think. But it is one that nonetheless is necessary for me. So I do forget every once in a while, and I apologize. You will see that happen where I will not reload all of my capacity. I'll only reload, say, one and then fire it. It's because I forget that on my reload, I have to reload each and every single one of my rockets. I can't just reload once and then have it be good enough. I do have an augment available. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do take windshield, the right-hand side, which gives me extra slow once I go into a glide mode, which is great. I don't usually use the glide mode particularly as an escape necessarily. I use it more as an escape than I do an engage, so you guys will kind of see that as I go through this particular gameplay. We do have some snipers up here that I'm just trying to put a little bit of pressure on. I want them to back up. We have the archer down here in the middle. She is kind of vulnerable, so I think I will try and put some hurt on her. Let's see if I can't land myself a homing rocket, and I did, but on the minions. Now, it is important to note that you cannot shoot through your own minions, nor can you shoot through your own players. So, oh man, getting kind of tore up right there. So if I'm in a really thick kind of group of people, man, I am really getting hurt here. I need to back out. Let's go ahead and glide. Woo! Oh, are you kidding me? Look at that BM right there doing his little pose on me. What a little dingleberry. Anyways, as I was saying, I need to make sure that I'm always putting pressure into the lanes, and I was just putting a little bit too much right there. Let's see if I can glide in. See that big old gem in front of me? I'm actually going to blow that puppy up. So this is just an exaggerated version of the smaller things that I showed you earlier. It just drops a lot more of those little gems for me, which will come into play very critically here in a moment. So I do need to make sure that I am picking those up. I need to get back into this fight as soon as possible to make sure that I'm helping my team as much as I can. Yeah, we're landing some hits on that little archer up there. So the archer is considered a sniper. We are going to see if we can't put some pressure on her, get her to back down and stop being a little butthead up there. She's being a little butthead. Alright, it looks like we have the ability to come and take this. I do not know if we are going to, but we definitely need to capitalize on this. So, there are mercenaries. I probably should have mentioned that before. There are mercenaries. Mercenaries are a critical part of the game. You want to make sure that you are capturing the mercenaries when you can. These particular mercenaries, there are 2 of them, and these mercenaries do shoot weapons, so they are ranged, which is really well. They also have a shield that does a significant amount of damage as well. So these are actually really, really good mercenaries to have. And this tank right here is just coming in, and he thinks he's going to snake our mercs, but he's just not. He's just not. We're going to go ahead and capture this for the team. You are welcome, guys. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for, is to help push. Looks like they've got a mercenary of their own, and that particular mercenary is a melee mercenary. As you can see, he's got 2 big swords swinging those puppies around like he thinks he owns the place. Who does he think he is? Now, they have taken over this turret right here, which is why I am shooting it. We want to try and get rid of that. This middle area is a highly contested area, and so we need to make sure that within this area, we do not have any benefits given to the enemy team if we do not need to. And we definitely do not need to. So let's continue to clear this lane. It looks looks like we've got some pressure on the archer, but our friend there is going a little bit too deep for that, I would say. A kill isn't worth a death. Alright, so as you can see, this M7 Sentry, this is the first objective that we need to try and clear on this map to be able to make progress towards the enemy base. I am taking a lot of damage. I'm going to back up for just a second, and again, I'm going to go ahead and pick my ability, and I do go for ready rockets on the reload speed, and you will see why my reload speed is atrocious, having to reload every single one of my rockets individually. So having that increased reload speed really does a lot to help us out in certain situations. Just kidding, in every situation, you can see there I'm just throwing stuff, and actually I could probably buy my little stuff right now. So the way that you do this is you come and you click left on your D-pad, and you go ahead and you just purchase each of your items. I would go through those individually, but I really don't have time since I'm in the middle of a match. Just suffice it to say that it helps me out a lot, be significantly more. Damn it, that sniper got me again, that dirty mother effer. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna freaking destroy that sniper. He is gonna feel my wrath, I'm telling you what. It seems like he never hits me until I'm running away, that dirty little sneak. Anyway, so we are gonna get back into the fray. Now, I know I'm talking a lot, I know that it's a little bit hectic and frantic, and I do apologize about that, but this game is... it is really hectic and really frantic, so I kind of get wrapped up into it a little bit, and I do apologize if I am talking too much and going a little bit too fast, get a little bit too crazy, but I'm having so much fun! I really do enjoy this game. All the colors, all of the sounds, I love everything about it. There's our sniper up there. Let's go ahead and lay down some suppressive fire. Let's get that little turkey to get off his little high horse there, his perch. Looks like we have the enemy's little witch lady. She is putting up a heck of a fight, isn't she? Oh, she went down. Alright. Let's go ahead and put some pressure. This is a nice little area to put some pressure on this kind of mini boss. The only problem is it is a choke point. A lot of the other members of the friendly team are here, which means I'm not going to be able to shoot through them very well, which is an unfortunate reality. But it looks like we have kind of an opening right here. We are going to go ahead and shoot that off. And I don't know exactly why our player right there decided to stay for so long, but they did. And we're gonna get the flock out of here. We're gonna pick up these gems right here because they are extraordinarily useful and helpful, and we will need them. So let's try and see if we can get ourselves some homing. It looks like we did not. I totally thought that we did. That is unfortunate. Let's get some more out there. Help out our teammate. Looks like we're taking some damage from behind. The little... Oh, she goes down. She was trying to do a little bit too much. There we go. We got some help from our little sword guy there. Now, I apologize. I do not know the names of all these characters. I haven't played them all that extensively, but what I do know is that this guy right here that just killed that player for me does have swords, so therefore he shall be known from here on out as the sword guy. The best damn sword guy you have ever seen. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that turret. So you can see that turret's already doing damage to that sniper up there, which means that that perch is kind of going to be a little bit useless from here on out, which is one of the primary reasons why I wanted to get that. We do want these little gems here. We want to make sure that we can upgrade all of our stuff at a moment's notice if we need to. Looks like we've got some friendlies coming in to do mercenaries, but we are going to get out of here because we are getting attacked right now. That is the good thing about this character, is because I have that ability. Now, we do have the ability to pick some talents. I wish I could explain those. I'll go back in just a second next time I die, but I need to make sure that I'm kind of keeping my eyes open here, making sure that I'm taking care of business on this. It seems as though our teammates did begin these mercenaries, so we're going to come and help them out just a smidgel. We're going to come down here because I believe it gives me XP when I cap these things. Nope, I was totally wrong. But now we're going to just go ahead and glide right back into battle. Look at how beautiful that is. Alright, alright. So we're just going to upgrade this puppy again. And those snipers are going to take that thing out quite quickly. It doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage, but what it does do is it keeps them off their little perk, which is extraordinarily helpful. So we are going to try and get ourselves... Oh, one of the talents that I took, now my homing rockets, it fires 3 rockets instead of 1. So it just increases the probability of me being able to actually land one of those in order to get that homing capability on my normal rockets that I fire out. So hence the reason why I picked it. Wow, she is really coming deep for that, wasn't she? What a silly little mage. She's the fire pyromancy mage girl. That will be her name from here now and forevermore. Oh, trying to come from behind, are ya? Oh, that's their special. They kind of locked me in place for a little bit, usually pull me towards them as well, but we did get out of it, luckily. Let's go ahead and lay some rockets behind us, let them know that we're serious about getting out of here. Don't you follow us. Don't you even think about it. We are loud, we are proud, and we are in charge of this. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some homing rockets here. See if we can land some of that, and we totally missed. Gosh dang it, that freaking sniper. I saw him there, and I know that he's just waiting for me. He's doing his job well. I unfortunately suck at the sniper. He is definitely my worst class to play. But I'm glad that somebody's really good at him. And this is actually a really, really good match. The last one that I did and I recorded, it actually only lasted a few minutes, 12 minutes long, I do believe. We rushed through that thing and we tore him up so brutally. The sad part was that I was having some technical difficulties on that particular match. I couldn't get my game recording device to work exactly right, so I'm really hoping that it is working correctly now. Let's see if I can fly. Oh man, look at that. Look at how much utility flying does. It just gets me right back into the battle. Hello, sniper. You dirty little monster, you. I see you up there. We need to reload, and we need to shoot you. You want to know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to showcase my special right now. This is my special ability. I do have a guided rocket. Boom! We are going to nearly take out that player completely with that ability. I just got pushed out of the way by our minions. That big bruiser right there doesn't give 2 shits about me, and he will push me out of the way to get to his objective, and by golly, he did. He does that all the time. It drives me absolutely nuts. It's one of those dynamics of the game that kind of I can understand, but at the same time just absolutely drives me bonkers. I really wish that I didn't have to live with that. Or that, like my teammates running in front of me and then absorbing every single one of my shots. That is always exciting as well. I'm laying down some heavy fire, and then all of a sudden one of my teammates... Alright, we do have some homing on this particular character here. Bam! We get the KO. I don't think we've actually finished a kill yet. Oh, you dirty sniper. You think you can come at me? I am going to get you one of these times. I do like to go for heavy bombardment here. Gives me an extra 20% damage on my homing rockets. You will start to see a pattern here. I kind of do everything geared specifically around the homing portion of my rocket capabilities. The reason why that is because putting everything into that, once I'm getting those homing capabilities, my goodness, it really lays down some good damage. So she's coming back in for the kill, this little mage over here. She's quick, she comes in, and she has this quick little burst back, so she is very mobile and difficult to be able to deal with, but it looks like we'll finally take her out. It looks like our sniper friend is back up, and all I really want to do is I just want to put some rockets on that nice little core thing right there. That actually does healing to the enemy team when they're by it, so I do like putting some heat down on that as early as I can. Gosh dang it. Gosh damn it, MX Elite Bot, get out of here, you stinker butt. I'm trying to do something and you're just walking right in the way of everything. I don't even think you realize how annoying you are. Oh yeah, snipe me. Go ahead, sniper. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's trade. Let's trade. My rockets for your sniping bullets. Come on. I think I'll like this trade. Alright, I'm focusing too much on him. We gotta focus on what's ahead of us right now.
You're the worst.
Alright,
No.
they have a Mr. Elite Box and MX Elite Bot as well, which they have paid for and are utilizing. So let's see if we can't get some help here to one of our friends. It looks like we were just a smidgen too late on that. We are going to dip out because our health is definitely too low to be facing any of that garbage. But we can come up here. Oh, looks like they were thinking the same thing. The old enemy team, they're sneaky. They think they know what's going on. Yeah, we are going to definitely get out of that. I'm sorry, teammate. I do hope you do not die. I am trying very hard to stay alive myself. So we're going to come back over here. And as I said, on that other side, I showed you guys that particular thing, that orb that I shot. It does healing. And look at this. It's just healing me up so nice. And I do believe that my rockets go eternally. So I'm just going to lay down some fire over here. And we're just going to see. Looks like I'm definitely doing something. Let's shoot some more down here while we're getting healed up. I haven't seen any like hit markers or anything, but that doesn't mean that we're not doing good. We're doing something. Something's better than nothing, I always say. Oh, mercenary is down. All right.
Benedict
Sniper's
versus
back.
whatever the hell you're called.
I've got a little surprise for him. Boom! He's gonna feel that one in the morning. I guarantee that. He's gonna question whether or not he wants to go back up on that little perch. Looks like I got sniped by him. You can see his little head poking out every once in a while over there. He's trying to be sneaky, that dirty little fox. Swiper, no swiping!
Where's everybody running?
Our foes have moved on a thrall mercenary camp.
He already took it out. What a dirty little sniper. I'm just gonna have to hurt him. One of these times I'm just gonna jump up there and we're gonna duel. We're gonna have a gentleman's duel. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I have totally been neglecting this. I go for danger zone. 45% increased effective radius on my explosion, on my awesome little rockets. We're gonna come up here. Oh, you didn't think I'd come up, did you? You didn't think I would come up, did you? We're actually gonna come back down. How about that? Get up there, do a little disruption. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Got some homing. I don't know what I'm homing on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot. Ooh, this merc wants me. He's coming. He wants it. Ah, I love this character. I love this character.
Throw yourself some swagger, bud.
Uh-oh, our mage is back. Our sniper's back. We got some friends up there. Do I think I should? Do I think I should? I think I should. We did a little bit of damage. We definitely hurt. Oh, that's not even the sniper. That right there was the archer. But we are going to go ahead and pop up there. We're going to let them feel our wrath a little bit more.
Slobbering man-child just up there.
These turrets do a significant amount of damage. They do have to be careful, but luckily I
Tried my
do a
best
significant
on that
amount of
guy's
damage as well.
tombstone.
Wow, their
With
turret
glitter.
is really low. We do need to make sure that we are hitting the heck out of this thing. If we could drop this shield right now and kill it, we'd be well on our way to... Oh, there it is. That's it. Okay, so now we move on to the next objective after killing that particular boss. That particular sub-boss, I guess, would be the more appropriate descriptor for it, because it is not the end boss. And look at that. We got a long shot KO on the archer. We're going to try and take out their tank right here. If I don't get killed by their mage, my goodness. Not very nice, young lady. Not very nice at all, I must say. So we can come over here, and now that this... Oh, it's not up yet. It's not ready. Oh, he is trying to take me out. He wants some of this, and I'm not having any of that. So we're just going to fly on out of here. As long as I don't get sniped again. Good gracious. Oh, my goodness. I do not like getting sniped like that. It is no fun. Alright, so we are winning. The objective at this point is to move into the next area And I can show you. This is what it looks like on our side. It'll look exactly the same on their side, but that right there
Enemy
is what we're
forces
going
are
for. And you
attacking
can
the
see that
sentry.
little
Contract
M3
signed.
Shepherd
All
right there.
mercenaries
That is
moving
our
out.
super minion that we now spawn with our creeps, which is actually extraordinarily helpful. It does quite a bit of damage and has quite a bit of life. So it's really nice having those out to be able to help us in our pushing abilities. And now this little perch might not be utilized quite as much by the enemy team, which makes me happy. We do, however, have another evolve thing up. We like to go with the frequent flyer for the cooldown time so that I can leap into the air much more often. It just makes
Your
sense.
face is a
To be
black
able to
circle.
evade more, I don't know why I wouldn't pick that up.
Thrall mercenaries deployed.
Actually, I do know why I wouldn't pick that up, because I want the other talent. But I don't want the other talent, so we're not going to pick that one up. Alright, we're going to capture this. This is actually the healing base for the enemy team, which means that they are not going to have a place to be able to heal on their own. See you later, sucker. Gotcha, Snipes. Gotcha, baby boo. Oh, there's the assist there. How about that? Oh, he's going rage mode. He's going Hulktacular. You better watch out. He's going crazy. But I think we got him. 3v1, even with the tank, even with the amount of life that he has
Power
and the
play.
damage that he
Enemy
can do. We
forces
do,
at
in
half strength.
fact, take him out quite easily, which is wonderful. And now we've got this turret, which is going to be doing damage anytime that they come up to this little area. And now we kind of have like a faux healing spot. A faux respawn. That's what I meant to say. Like we have kind of like a respawn now right there because we've got an area where we can
Friendly
in
thralls
fact.
on the field.
Oh, they surrendered. The enemy team surrendered. Okay, well, not bad. Anyways, I hope you guys really like the gameplay that I was able to show you today. I know that I had fun. I know that I was talking like crazy. I know that I was going 100 miles an hour. I didn't even get to talk about everything that I really wanted to, but I hope that you guys really got to see how the game is showcased in this particular instance. Super, super fun, super fast-paced. There's a lot going on, a lot to think about. You need to be picking up gems. You need to be building turrets for defenses. You need to be pushing the lane. You need to be dealing with the opponents. You need to be capturing mercenary camps. I mean, it's like any other MOBA, but this one in particular is just... oh my goodness, it is all over the place. I do, however, want to check out my statistics here and see how well I did in comparison to my team. Not bad at all. I'm right down here. I only got to level 9, but my score was 18. I did have 4 kills, which means I was the one that actually hit the killing blow. I died 3 times, which is, you know, second best in our team. I did, however, have 10 assists, which is not uncommon for this particular character. The one place where I did lack that I am supposed to pick up a lot of slack is the minions. I only had 29. I should have been pushing a little bit harder to be able to do that, but I was trying to show you guys the game itself. Anyways, that is Battleborn. It is a very fun game. I highly recommend it. I do believe it's the type of game that can be played by just about any age group, which is nice. However, you may not want to have younger kids on it. It is rated teen, so make sure that they are of that teen age. So they, you know, you can get people who will come on and have mics and they'll troll and they'll be offensive, and there are some semi-offensive things in the game itself. They do make some references and things like that, which you might want to keep the kiddies away from. But other than that, the game itself is absolutely fantastic. It is a lot of fun. I really, really like my character Benedict. He is super fun. Thus far, the best character that I have played. So if you guys log on, if you guys try it out, if you guys download the game, feel free to try out my boy Benedict. Tell me what you think of him. Tell me if you appreciate his game style, or if you don't and you like someone else, let me know who you like better and why. I would certainly like to know down in the comments below. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.